I'm very excited to be sharing this video with you today because it is a review of the new Wet n Wild Goth-o-graphic collection, which is their limited edition collection for spring 2018. I'm going to go ahead and do some normal swatches first. After that will be a section of live swatches and basically a demo and applying all of these products to my face so you can see how they apply. And after that I will come back and share some more information and details and my thoughts and opinions on these products. So I don't have the entire collection, but I do have a majority of it. I do have at least one of every type of product in the collection. So let's get started. Guys, let's do some live swatches of these new Wet n Wild items. The only makeup that I am wearing currently is just my eyebrows and some foundation, so let's zoom in and check these products out. Starting with the liquid eyeliner, this is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner Metallic Liquid Eyeliner in Black Butterfly, which is a metallic purple. The formula of this is a little bit sheer, so I'll do a second pass after this one when it's wet. It will transfer, so I'm trying to let it dry with my eye closed. So I'm going to do a second layer to show how it builds. And it is dry, so here is layer number 2 of the metallic eyeliner in Black Butterfly. Let's move on to some of the liquid eyeshadows. These are the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Liquid Eyeshadows. This first one is the shade Pure Intention. So I'm just going to apply this with the little doe foot and then take a synthetic brush to blend it out. You've got a little bit of time to blend these out, but they do set, they do dry down so you want to work with them pretty quickly. I've zoomed in a little bit more. So here's one layer, and I'll build it up too so you can see how they build. So you can build these up and they do look more intense and metallic, but they also look more textured. Here is the second layer of pure intention. And I think with some glitter and duochrome products, they can look patchy when they're really not. Like it's just kind of the way the light is reflecting, but it is all over. It's kind of there. Kind of see that a little better. So this next color is Mystic Dreamer. And this has more of a pink base to it. Here is one layer of Mystic Dreamer. And now for the last color that I have, which is Goth Tears. I think of the three, this one is the least glittery. So here's one layer of Goth Tears. And here is Goth Tears built up with a second layer. Let's move on to the highlighters. I'm going to start with the stick highlighter in the collection, the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Stick in Hell O Darkness. Hell-O Darkness. Hello, darkness. If you apply this highlighter directly onto your skin over foundation, it will rub it right off. I've tried it a couple times. It's on the slick side. Rub some on there and just tap it on. And even with tapping it on, I don't know, I feel like it's so creamy it can still kind of make your foundation look a little funny. On the other side, I'm going to apply the powder highlighter. There are two in the collection. I went with this one. The other one was a deeper pink, and you could see just through the little lid here. There's bigger chunks of glitter in that one. This is oh my god. I just gouged the shit out of it. Oh, right in his eyeball. And this one, also no glitter in here. It's really just a satin. I really don't even see shimmers in here. The stick, I think, is really subtle. And then the powder is very buildable. And just to demonstrate, I'm going to put the powder over the cream side because this doesn't really fully dry down. Like, it's not thick and sticky, but even now still tapping it, product comes off onto my fingers. Yeah, I feel like that cream, even though I didn't apply it with the stick, it's just making my foundation look, it's not good. It's disturbing the foundation underneath is what it's doing. I don't know if you can see, but I feel like it's just, you know, having blended the powder on top, it's just that, it's such a creamy stick, I feel like it's kind of disturbing the foundation. Hope that's coming through. And here's the other side where I just, my foundation doesn't look as strange over here. And the last highlighter I have to try out is the loose highlighter in Moon Tears. The sifter is the shape of a skull. Little details like that are fun. And this can be built up to be insanely intense. This is metallic. The first two, the stick and the powder, very satin. You could build up that powder. This one is more shimmery. There are no huge glitter chunks, but it just has more of a shimmery metallic appearance. And moving on to the last product, this is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Metallic Lipstick in Death to Unicorns. I know everyone's kind of over the whole unicorn, mermaid, maybe even holographic thing. So, but the fact that this goes so far to the other side, like death to unicorns, I think that's just as cheesy as unicorns in the first place. As you can see, this is pretty sheer. So there is one layer. You have to be a little careful because when you try to layer this up, it can remove the first layer. This is quite a thick cream formula. So there's a second layer built up. Alright, we've officially put all of these products on my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to the review. I'll give you some more details about all of these products. Again, this is the Wet n Wild Goth-o-graphic collection. These are limited edition products. I have been trying to stay away from limited edition products for a while, but interestingly enough, the last two makeup purchases I have made have both been limited edition. So, makeup to Christina Zero. The prices of these products range from $3.99 to $6.99. You can purchase these products on the Wet n Wild website. There is a box set of the whole collection on their website for $40, but it's currently sold out and I'm not sure if it will be making a comeback. But all of these products are available individually on the Wet n Wild website, and you can also find them in store at Walgreens. I'm just going to go ahead and review each of these products for you. This is not a first impression. I have had these for a few days and I've been testing them out. Let's start with the liquid eyeshadows. I chose 3 of the 4 that were available. These are $4.99. I won't say every time that the packaging is really cute, but on a lot of this packaging you're going to see holographic skulls everywhere. You're getting 0.12 fluid ounces in here. I really like these liquid eyeshadows. I think they're so beautiful. I think if you don't want to fuss with loose glitter and glitter glue and tacky bases, liquid eyeshadows have just been kind of all over the place for a while, and I do really like these. As I've been wearing these the last few days, I have worn them from 10 to 12 hours, and the wear has been really good for me overall. I do get a little bit of glitter fallout through the day, just, you know, especially with my eyes being a little bit hooded. I've heard quite a few people kind of talk about these flaking through the day and it being a big issue, but again, you know, I wore these for 10 to 12 hours and I just didn't have a huge issue with flaking. And I don't know how other people apply them, but what I would recommend is to, you know, just apply it with the doe foot, and like I did in the demo, blend it out with a separate brush. But I think it's really helpful because you're smoothing the product out. It's not as thick of a layer. And you can layer these up like I showed in the demo. Some of them do look more textured when you layer, so I actually tend to prefer just one layer. I kind of like the more sheer layer of glitter, and these still look plenty pigmented even with one layer. So one more note about the application of these. I would do one eye at a time. They definitely set and dry down. You know, you can put it on your eye, blend it out with a brush or your finger, and then it won't take too long after that to dry. And I would just try to make sure that, you know, you use these as the last step in your eye makeup. If you put these on and then let them dry and go back in with your eye, you know, with some sort of blending brush or either adding more color, that is when I notice that you definitely get more glitter fallout. You just can't really blend over these, you know, with a brush without making the glitter fall out. So I think they're best applied as the last step for your eye makeup. Moving on to the highlighters that I purchased from this collection. Let's start with the stick. This is probably my least favorite of the 3. This is the Mega Glow Highlighting Stick in Hello Darkness. Plastic cap comes off, and then I'd never really seen this on a stick highlighter before. It's got another little cap on top of here, which I've never seen, probably to help it, you know, not dry out. Texture wise, it's very much on the slick side. I wouldn't call it full on oily. You can definitely tell it's a cream product. It's very slick. It's very lightweight. You cannot apply this over your foundation because it will rub it right off. Even, you know, just rubbing on your finger and tapping it on, I think it's still so creamy that it can still disturb your foundation underneath. It just makes it separate a little bit if you're not careful. The pigmentation of this highlighter is definitely on the sheer side. It's pretty subtle, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think that every highlighter needs to be, you know, crazy and metallic, but this is definitely on the sheer and subtle side. It's not very buildable. You can do a layer and then try to put on another layer, and you can only build it up so much. There's no glitter in here, and I can't even really detect any shimmers in here either. So given that this can be a little finicky with foundation, I decided to test it one day on a day where I wasn't wearing any foundation. I actually went to the gym that day. I did wear this for 12 hours. I had just put on my skincare and then my sunscreen, and then I just applied this in the places I would normally highlight. And I did wear it for 12 hours, and it was on my skin at the end of the day, but I still, even though it lasted a long time, I still don't think the lasting power is probably the best for most people, especially if you're putting it under even more intense conditions, because it's a cream and it doesn't set. And I didn't set it that day, so even at the end of the day, I would wipe my finger over it and it just completely wiped off. So it was still there, but it's not something that's like really sturdy. So I think it's a little finicky. It's just not, it's not a must-have for me. It's not my favorite. It's pretty. I would probably be more likely to wear this on days where I'm not wearing any foundation, just so I wouldn't have to worry about it separating. But yeah, it's not like it's awful, but I think given the qualities that I've explained about it, you can probably figure out whether it would suit your lifestyle and skin type or not. Moving on to one of the powder highlighters in this collection. There are two in total. I got the one that is White Raven. This is essentially a powder version of the stick highlighter that I just talked about. It's a great highlighter. It's very soft. Again, good lasting power on this for me. So it lasted through a long day. It's very pretty. It blends out easily. It's buildable. You can get kind of a subtle look out of this, or you can build it up to be more intense. It's not going to be a crazy metallic look on your skin. It's just not a metallic finish, but you can build it up to get a really nice color payoff out of it. Like I showed in the swatches, I don't think it's the most unique thing in the world. I was able to go through the things I already had and found a lot of similar shades. So if you already have a bunch of, you know, duochrome kind of lavender shifting highlighters, this probably isn't going to be a necessity, but if you don't have anything like that, this is definitely an affordable option. Just realizing I've been forgetting some of the details on some of these things. 0.35 ounces of product in the highlighting stick, and this is $6.99. It does not say on here how much product. It must have been on the sticker that is removed, and I can't even find it on the website. So I looked on another website. There's 0.19 ounces in their normal Mega Glow highlighting powders, and those are the exact same size as this one. So I'm guessing this is also 0.19 ounces, and these are $4.99. I just realized I completely forgot about one of the eye products, which is the eyeliner. The Mega Liner Metallic Liquid Eyeliner in Black Butterfly. This is $3.99 for 0.12 fluid ounces of product. Very tiny brush tip on this product. I found that it made it quite easy to create a wing because it's just a tiny, very fine brush tip. Now this says liquid eyeliner. It's almost more of a cream. It's quite thick. You know, if this were a liquid, it would be pouring out all over the place, but there's no chance of that happening. In terms of lasting power, worked really well for me. I think because it is more of a cream texture, it doesn't bleed, and this was another one that I wore for 12 hours and it didn't move, it didn't budge, it didn't bleed, it didn't smudge, and it definitely does set down, so it had really good lasting power. I think the con comes in that it's not completely opaque in pigmentation, and I think that's kind of a bummer. I think especially because it's a cream texture, you kind of have to do one layer, let it dry, and then do another layer. And that's like what I showed in the demo. And I think because it isn't a true liquid, that can make it look a little bit textured. And especially for someone like me who is not a big eyeliner person, you know, I don't want to spend a lot of money. I like to have fun colors, but I don't want to spend, you know, $20 on eyeliner that I'm not going to use that often. So very affordable, fun color, really good lasting power. I just wish there was more pigment in here and that it was a little more of an actual liquid formula, because then I think you wouldn't get quite as textured of a look, especially because I think it is best layered. And on to the last highlighter in the collection, and it is the loose highlighter. This is the Mega Glow Loose Highlighting Powder in the shade Moon Tears. There's only one shade available. Really love this. It's so beautiful, it's so fun. Again, with Mr. Skull on the packaging here. Very lightweight plastic tub here, not a lot of weight to this at all. There are 0.28 ounces in here, so that's quite a bit of product, and this retails for $6.99. This is more of your shimmery metallic highlight. It's really beautiful. The powder itself is very soft. It has kind of a gold look in the tub, but blended out on my skin, I mean, it's so beautiful. It's really intense, blends out really easily. No big glitter chunks, but there are little shimmers in here that aren't present in the other two highlighters. And lasting power for this one, again, still really good. This was another 12-hour test, and it looked incredibly strong at the end of the day. This is probably my favorite highlighter out of the collection. I don't know why, but I've been super interested in loose highlighters lately. I don't know, there's something just kind of unique and fun about them, I think, since most highlighters are pressed and you just don't see them that often. This is the only shade. It would be amazing if Wet n Wild, for the permanent range, just made more colors of these, you know, maybe more natural colors, fun colors. I think there's a lot of versatility with a loose highlighter. Really good one here. This is something I would definitely recommend. And unfortunately, it looks like we're saving not the best for last. This is one of the lipsticks. There are 4 in the collection. This is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit Metallic Lipstick. They're all metallic and they are all sheer. This is the shade Death to Unicorns. There's 0.2 ounces in here. These retail for $4.99, and I'm bummed with this one. The reason I chose this color is because all of the lip products in this collection are metallic, and I do really like metallic finish lip products. I think they're fun. I love kind of metallic glittery lips, but I tend not to like lighter metallic colors, especially all over my lips. I just feel like it's kind of too frosty. It's frosty in kind of like the bad 80s way, and that's why I picked this color. The other 3 colors in the collection are, there's a pink, a like sky blue, and a silver, and I was like, none of those are gonna be super flattering for me, or not even flattering, but I just won't enjoy a light glittery silver all over my lips, you know? I don't have a problem with sheer lip products. I think there's a huge place in most of our lives for sheer lip products, whether it's a sheer shimmery gloss, just a sheer bullet lipstick, tinted lip balms. I think if there is one lip product out there that you don't want to be sheer, it's a liquid lipstick. Why do you want a liquid lipstick that dries down to be sheer and patchy looking? I tried to build this up to be opaque, and it's very difficult to do. You can put on a layer, let it dry for a little bit. You can build it up, but it takes a lot of work. It looks pretty streaky and patchy, and I don't know if it's the applicator or the product itself, but it removes itself when you try to put more on. I wore this for a few hours the day I got it. I ate with it on, and it didn't last super well. I don't remember what I ate, but it was something that was a little more abrasive to a lip product, and you know, it wore off in the center, and I tried to reapply it. It just didn't look good because you've got the parts that are already built up. And honestly, it wasn't worth testing through a whole day because I'm never gonna wear this on its own. I am wearing this right now. I'm wearing it over Kat Von D Witches, which is a matte black liquid lipstick. And do I like the look of it? I do. I mean, it's kind of a soft metallic finish. I didn't buy this to be a lip topper. You know, I like the look of this, but I had to use a completely separate lipstick to get this look in the first place. Now I wish that I would have gotten one of the lighter colors, given that they're so sheer. I think there's more versatility in a sheer, not a sheer, I think there's more versatility in a light lip topper because you can wear them over dark lipsticks and they really pop, but you can also wear them over light lipsticks and they'll still look beautiful. You know, if I put this over a light lipstick, it's just gonna make it murky and gray. So I think the problem essentially, it's just not pigmented enough to be a good liquid lipstick, but it's not special enough, at least this color. Maybe the lighter ones are better. This isn't special enough to be a lip topper. If I'm gonna buy a lip topper, I want it to be really metallic, really glittery. This is very subtle, and again, I like the look, but this is really the only look I'm gonna be able to get out of that, and I think that's disappointing. And as far as the wear of this goes, you know, I did wear it the other day, this lip combination exactly, and I think if you do end up with these and use them as lip toppers, it just, the wear is fine depending on what you put it over. It doesn't really change the feel of it. It doesn't really make it too much more dry unless you really start layering it up. But it just will, I think the wear of this is dependent on what you're wearing underneath of it. It kind of goes along with that. So if your base lip product is wearing off, this is gonna wear off too. Well, I think that's all I've got for you today for this Wet n Wild Goth-o-graphic collection review. I really hope it was helpful for you. I've been having a lot of fun testing these products out over the last few days, and I've really been wanting to get this video out as quick as I could just because, you know, these are limited edition products and that does make it a little bit more of a rush, but I really hope all of this information and swatches and all of that stuff was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.